Hey, cutie pies. I'm Lanikia, and you're watching What Happened on the Soaps. This is Young and the Restless edition. Welcome to a new week of the soaps. Today is Monday, June the 27th, 2022. And let's just jump right into it on a scale of 1 to 10. You know how we do. I'm going to give this one a 7. It was a solid episode for a Monday. So let's just get right into it. We see that Okay, so we see that Allie is actually going running, and she meets Noah there, and he tries to crack a joke about, funny running into you, and she was like, "Oh, that's not really funny because I invited you." But anyway, so they go on this run. I'm not gonna hold you long because there wasn't really much to this soap. It was just a solid episode. So they go on the run and everything, and she lets him know. So when they get done running, um, they just talk about, her being there and how happy she is to have met her whole family and how she's more of a thinker, a planner, an organizer, and he's more freestyle with it. And then they run into Diane, and so Diane sees them, and she's like, "Oh, guys, I'm so happy to see you," and everything. And so when she sees that, and so Noah gives her kind of a little cold shoulder because she said, "Oh, Noah, you know some friends. You should be able to introduce Allie to some new people." He said, "Yeah, but what does that have to do with you?" And so Allie is like, "No, well, she's just trying to be nice." And Diane said, "Well, no, I didn't know you had a problem with me. You were friendly to me the last time we spoke." And he said, "You hurt a lot of people that I care about, and I'm not just going to forget that. So, you get what you get with me." And she says, "Well, I'm here because of Kyle and Harrison, so this makes it all worth it, and I don't care about anyone else, their opinions of me or whatever." And then she leaves. So then Noah and Allie go to Crimson Lights, and he tells her, "I want to apologize for Diane and everything." And she feels like Diana's changed, that or she's trying to change. He said, "Yeah, but that doesn't hold water with me when you realize the way that she brought you into the whole scenario." And Allie tries to say, "Well, yeah, but I have this big beautiful family." She might have been saying this in front of Diane, so I don't care. Like, why are y'all arguing over Diane? You are a young couple trying to build some type of relationship or something. I don't want to see them argue about Diane. But anyways, Allie said I wouldn't know my father. And she said, "You have to be able to forgive because look at what my father couldn't forgive Jack and look how that turned out or whatever." So she was like, "You have to be able to forgive. You have to be able to move on." Yeah, and that was it with them. So then we see Diane sitting in the park, and she's just as happy as a little lark because she's got Harrison, and she thinks back to her conversation with Allie when Allie said, "If you could have your way, how would this work out?" And she said, "I would be in Harrison's life. I would be in my son Kyle's life, and I'd be a grandmother, and I would be at the Abbott's having breakfast." I said, "Darn it, that's exactly what's going to happen." So let's move right along because she's realizing everything that she wanted is coming true. Now, Diane had been at Jack's earlier because that's when she got Harrison. And Jack had got a text message from Phyllis saying, "Let's talk." And then he gonna hit Phyllis back and said, "We ain't got nothing to say to each other." I said, "Oh, really, Jack? Okay, okay." And so then we see that he said, "We have nothing to say to each other." So Diane goes upstairs to get Harrison, and Phyllis calls Jack, and she tells him, "We really need to speak or whatever." So he goes and he speaks to her. He said, "Yeah, but we need to do this in person." So Diane is coming down the stairs with saying, "Oh, Harrison's so excited." He said, "Yeah, yeah, I'll talk to you later." So he goes over to Phyllis' place. Now Phyllis has the wine and everything, and he was like, "It's a little early to be drinking." I said, "But that didn't stop you from having a little. You could have a drink with Diane multiple times. You could do all that, but you can't have a drink with Phyllis." I mean, I don't think him and Diane would drink water. It was coffee or whatever. But still, you could have told her, "No, but I'll have a glass of water," or something like that. So, anyways, the end result of this is that Jack told Phyllis, "You can't," because she tried to tell him, "Listen, I'm trying to change. I gave Diana an olive branch." He said, "Yeah, but Summer was there, and she had probably had to drag you kicking and screaming." And I'm like, "Jack, you're acting like Diane never did anything to Phyllis. Like y'all, they don't have past history. And no matter how many times Phyllis tries to tell Jack, there were old wounds there, and I just couldn't let it go. Like I'm not gonna say what I'm really thinking, but I mean, Chemo could forgive you." There were old wounds there, and he didn't end up forgiving you, or whatever. So why is it that Phyllis has to be this changed person, and she has to forgive and everything? And on top of that, you make like the demands that he have on Phyllis are a lot. I know they have romantic history and all that, but throwing up her past exes and stuff in her face, like, you don't do that to Diane. You try to stay as neutral as possible with Diane. As a matter of fact, he hasn't forgiven Diane, but he's pretty much like, you're having lunch with her, you're having dinner with her, you go to coffee with her, she's at the house all the time and all that. And then now we see that, which we already knew Kyle was going to give Diane a job. But I mean, so y'all gave her a place to stay, and now she gets a job or whatever. But let's go back to Phyllis and Jack. I'm just like, this, I don't understand it. Like, how can you be so hard on Phyllis, but you're so lenient on Diane? Like, you don't see all the little digs and how Diane was playing on insecurities. You even told Diane, what do you mean? Because she tried to make it seem like, oh, Phyllis is just insecure because I'm here. And you knew she was playing on Phyllis' insecurities, but you can't forgive Phyllis. And I'm not saying she was right for what she did. I'm just saying you can't have any type of understanding for her. I've spent longer than I wanted to on this, but Jack annoys me. To be quite honest with y'all, he really does just annoy me. He gets on my nerves with this holier than thou personality. And this is what happened with them back in the day. Jack act like he could not see anything that Diane was doing. And that's what annoys me. It's like Diane makes all these cheap shots, and she's nasty nice or whatever. And when Phyllis reacts, not that she was right, but when Phyllis reacts, it's like you can't forgive her for anything. And then you hit below the belt talking about her relationships and everything. Phyllis, at this point, stop begging this man to be with you. Please. You're too gorgeous for this. You have too much going on. Like, it's not like you need his money. It's not like you just want to be with him because y'all having a friendship. He don't even want to be friends with you at this point. Leave this man alone. Stop begging him to want to talk to you. Like, the first time when he told you you had nothing to say, he texted you back. You should have said, all right, bet, and left it at that. But no, you keep begging him, and the whole conversation was her begging him to like her, to talk to her, to be with her, to see her as a good person. Stop caring what he thinks about you. That's what you need to do. Move on with your life. Y'all need to move on, Phyllis, on. Bring a new man in here so that she can move on and have her with somebody that honestly can take all that fiery passion that she has, because honestly it was never Jack anyways. I don't know why y'all keep trying to put them together, because the crazy that Phyllis has, he don't want that. He don't want that. Get her somebody that can take all of that. So anyways, let's move on. Who else was on this stuff today? So then we see Mariah and Tessa, right? So we see Mariah and Tessa, and I'm just making sure I got everybody covered. All right. And I said, y'all just gonna force this little couple on us. There's nothing wrong with them. I mean, there's nothing wrong with them or whatever. They're just boring to me. They're just boring to me. And I feel like y'all, at this point, y'all are forcing me to want to see them. I just don't want to. So Mariah and Tessa are there, and Tessa went through a box of tea in a day. I said, now stop it. Yeah, stop it. Girl, you better get some Lipton tea so you can warm it up because you're going through too much tea. But her vocals are bothering her. She's hoarse. She has a sore throat. So Tessa she's like, I need some tea and honey. So they go downstairs. I'm not gonna hold you long on these boring people. So they go downstairs or whatever, and they meet up with Nick and Sharon. And because Mariah has tried to tell Tessa to make a doctor's appointment to see what's going on with your vocals, girl. You not like, this is your livelihood. You can't be afraid to find out the truth or whatever. And she needs backup to help her get Tessa to listen to her. So she goes down there and she sees Sharon, and she tells them everything that's going on with Tessa. And they say, Tessa, you need to make a doctor's appointment. Anyways, they work her in the doctor's appointment. So Tessa goes to the doctor. Mariah was talking to Nick and Sharon. Then she got a phone call. So she went back upstairs to the apartment. And so then that's when Tessa comes home and she says something going on with her vocal cords. And she's really afraid worst case scenario is going to be surgery. And Mariah said, everything's going to be okay. I said, I, y'all going to make me care about this. Y'all not going to make me care. I don't care. I don't care. I hate that if something is going on with her vocal cords. But y'all, like, y'all not finna make me be like, oh my God, Tesla. I don't care. I don't care. Um, Cause I feel like this storyline, like y'all bring them on here. I just need a little dose of them. I like give me once every maybe 2 weeks or so is fine with me when it comes to them. I don't need it full time with them. Excuse me, y'all. Hold 1 second. Somebody's got her hair tangled in her little princess. Really, sister? Really? Thank you for holding. All right. So then that's all with them. So then we see Nick and Sharon. And I said, oh my gosh, please don't tell me Nick is going back to Newman. And Nick is thinking about going back to Newman. He has such a problem with Adam having any type of control over Newman. He says his dad just did that to get Victoria to react. Yeah, he did. But quite honest with you, I'm tired of them using Adam my darn self. But he said his dad just did that to get Victoria to react. And he's not sure if it's going to get the reaction that his dad wanted. And they said, well, why didn't Nikki step in or even Victor? Worst case scenario, I said, there's nothing wrong with Adam having this job. Y'all acting like it's something so horrible. He is a Newman too. I mean, but Nick is just like, he wants more of an active role in the company now all of a sudden. And, because right now he's just, I guess, a shareholder. So he can't really, he doesn't have say. He doesn't work at Newman. And he said he would have liked to be there to advise and do things and everything when it came to like that CEO role and to help have his sisters back. And I said, but he admits that Adam is right for the job but he doesn't like how Adam just sat back. He doesn't really care about Victoria. Well, I mean, Victoria is very nasty to Adam. I don't blame him for not caring about Victoria. But Nick is just like, I said, "Do you want to run Newman?" And I guess he do. Like while Victoria is away, he would have liked to run Newman or something. I guess that's what he was getting at. And so now he's thinking about having more of a role at Newman and everything. And I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. Like honestly, I'm so tired of them always bashing Adam. Yes, he's done things that he's not, but Victoria went back to Ashley. At this point, we all know Victoria's playing Ashley. You could tell the writing's on the wall. She's playing Ashley. But at this point, all y'all know is she went to Ashley. And she wants to start her own business, do her own thing with Ashley. So Adam was a better choice to take over as running the company. Nikki didn't want to do it anyway. She liked being COO or whatever. So and Victor, he trying to find an heir to run the company. So I don't understand why if Adam wants to do it and he's made great success at Newman Media as y'all say he has, what's the problem here? What's the problem? And even Sharon tried to defend Adam, but she told Nick, I don't know. You need to think about it because you had peace not being involved in the company. So you need to think about is this something you really want to do? But I don't know. I don't care, child. Excuse me. I don't. At this point, I don't even care because this is gonna be a whole mess if Adam comes back and Victor start trying to make him CEO or co-CEO whatever if Nick comes back and because at this point I still feel like Adam should have just started his own company. But that is the Young and the Restless. You guys, you tell me what you think and I will see you tomorrow for another episode.